for less.
You went and said I need money.
Yes, his landlord's loan. I was short on money because I always had to compensate for her drug use. His ex's troubles. Miss Allen spiraled out of control, lost her job. She was getting arrested. Now they join forces against him.
I think that they both have difficulties. You've just chosen your side.
No, ma'am, she's...
I'm not... That's what I think. That doesn't require an answer.
Judge Judy.
You are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Judith Scheinman. This is Judge Judy. 26-year-old Jordan Allen and her landlord, Gretchen Mickler, are suing Jordan's ex-boyfriend, Gary Brodman, for a loan, rent, property damage, and harassment. Gary is countersuing for the return of the security deposit.
Order. All rise.
It's case number 284 in the calendar in the matter of Allen Mickler versus Brodman. You're welcome. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Have seats, sir.
Who is Miss Allen?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay, this is your boyfriend.
Yes, ma'am.
And you and Mr. Brodman moved into a residence that's owned by Miss Mickler. What kind of a residence is it?
Single family.
When did you rent it to them?
On June the 21st of 2014.
What was the monthly rental?
$1,100 a month.
And did they have a security deposit?
Yes, ma'am. $900.
The case is a little confusing. Miss Mickler, you're suing Mr. Brodman because you claim a loan to him.
Yes, ma'am.
And Miss Allen is suing him because she says that he bailed on the lease, leaving her to pay the entire lease, and he damaged some property, which resulted in not getting security deposit back. Mr. Brodman is counterclaiming because he says he put down the entire security deposit and he caused no damage to the property. If there was damage created to the property, it was done by Miss Allen's boyfriend, who he describes as a drug dealer, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. Mr. Brodman, let me address Miss Mickler's claim first.
Yes.
Miss Mickler claims that she made a loan to you, and that's sort of unusual for a landlord-tenant.
Yes.
Did there come a time when you were short of money?
Yes, there was a lot of times where I was short on money because Miss
Well,
Allen...
let's talk about the time you were short on money and approached Miss Mickler.
I approached Miss Mickler because I was short on money because I always had to compensate for her drug use, which Miss Allen is who I'm referring to. So I had to go work for her, and I worked off $325 for a car payment.
Car payment for whom?
My car.
$325 is what you borrowed from her.
Yes.
Now, you said that you worked it off, and Miss Mickler seems to acknowledge that you did some work for her. Is that right?
3.5 hours.
I don't care what it was.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
I'd like you to tell me the conversation that you had with Miss Mickler about the work in exchange for this $325.
The conversation was at her home.
When?
It was in the beginning of April, but it was in the time when everything started spiraling out of control with Miss Allen's drug use. So I went and worked for Miss Mickler. We had a discussion.
No. You went and said, I need money.
Yes.
Let's start with, I went to Miss Mickler and said, I'm short on money. I don't have money to make my car payment.
Yes, and she was nice enough
and
to...
she said...
She was nice enough to let me work it off.
What did she say?
She said that I can work it off, and that's what I did.
When?
I don't remember the exact dates.
Okay.
But I know it was...
Tell me the conversation, Miss Mickler, please.
I got a letter in the mail with his handwriting stating that they had reached a financial impasse where they were... He gave me 2 or 3 items of information that he was behind on 2 car payments. I asked him if he would like to work some of it off. He said yes, he'd like to. He said he was available 4 days. He showed up on 1 day, and that was February the 13th.
It was more than 1 day.
February the 13th, he came to my property and sat in the driveway and spoke with me for a while, and then he explained about this car payment.
I heard about that already.
Okay, so I went with him.
No, you gave him the $325.
No, ma'am.
How much?
It's $328.
$328. Okay.
And he did not. The only time he worked 3.5 hours. I gave him $40 for a Valentine gift for her, and I gave him $35 for gas for the car, all on the 13th. He never worked for me again.
I don't care about that. What were you supposed to pay him?
$10 an hour.
Did you discuss that with him?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work did you do?
Lawn work, yard around, like around the house.
Okay, $10 an hour.
Yes.
So is what you're telling me that you worked almost a full week?
I worked, it was